Hello. Good afternoon. All right, let's jump into it. We're doing our first chakra grounding meditation and exercises. Then we'll do the sacral. Okay, here we go. Grounding meditation. Find a comfortable chair and sit with your back straight. Oh, you know what? Forgot to sage and align my chakras. I'm going to do that. I to get in the habit of doing that. So, okay, we're going to sage the space to support our journey through healing ourselves and the collective. God's ancestors, spirit guides, universal oneness, support us on this journey as we heal ourselves and we heal the collective, our inner and outer lives. Bless this space, bless this activity. Namaste. Okay, now we will align the chakras. Root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, Christ consciousness. I'm going to try to do the opposite today. I'm trying to go down first and then up. I'm having trouble. I'm not sure what it's about, but I'm just going to try to change it up a little bit, see if that'll help, because as we've learned about our sacral chakra, change is inevitable, and the better we can deal with it, the better off our life experience will be. So I'm going to change it up. Starting with the 7th chakra up here, going down. Okay. Pretty good. Now I'm going up. Yeah. Pretty clear today. I did notice got a little clog in the root chakra, but I moved it through pretty fast after I noticed. Okay. Me and my wild hair. Okay, getting distracted. Okay. Grounding meditation. Find a comfortable chair and sit with your back straight, both feet planted firmly on the floor. Take a deep breath. Feel your body expand and contract as you breathe. Feel your legs and your feet on the floor that they are placed on. Feel the solidity of that contact. Feel the chair beneath you. Feel the weight of your body in it and how the force of gravity naturally pulls you down, easily, soothingly. Bring your attention to your feet. Ever so slightly, press your feet into the floor and feel your legs engage with the earth plane. Do not let this pressure become tension so that the muscles in your legs tighten. But feel a subtle current of energy running from your first chakra down into the earth. Try to keep this current going as we move on to grounding the upper body. As you tune into the weight of your body, you will gradually become aware of a center of gravity at the base of your spine. Feel how your body is now resting on that point and focus on it as if it were an anchor holding you down. When you feel anchored at this spot, you can begin to integrate the rest of your body into the grounding. Tune into your torso, focusing your attention on the central channel of your body. This is not the spine, which is closer to the back of your body, but the part of our internal core that is aligned over the center of gravity. Take a moment to align the top of your head. Your throat, your heart, your stomach, and abdomen, all the other chakras. Right over the root chakra on which they rest. Take a deep breath and allow this alignment to gently settle in and balance over the first chakra. We have now established a vertical column of energy. Imagine this column as a great cord, preferably of a deep red color, running from far above your head through the center of your body down into the ground, passing directly through the empty space between your seat and the floor. Take special time to make sure that this cord runs through your anchor point in the first chakra and continues not only to the ground, but deep down into it. If you can, visualize it going all the way to the center of the earth, with the earth's gravitational field pulling it down to its core. Spend some time at this point checking to keep all the parts going, the feet slightly pressing into the floor, the chakras aligned directly over each other, the red column of energy pulling us downward, the harmonious field of gravity rooting us, anchoring our physical and subtle bodies together. Gradually let your torso sway forward and back, side to side, and then in a circular motion. Over this first chakra point. Notice how the point at the base of your spine does not move, yet the body moves around it. We want to be able to keep our grounding even in movement, and this allows the body to practice this skill. Allow excess tension to drain off into the ground, still keeping the feet slightly pressed into the floor, then return to stillness once again. Now we're going to do our exercises. Starting with knee to chest. Okay, here we go. Bridge. So I get that heel up a little bit towards my buttocks. Here we go. And slowly. And again. And lower slowly. Good job. Flip over and doing locust. Leg. And next leg. Next leg. Good. Back to groin pose. Oop, I lost a sock. Might as well take them both off. Now both legs. Okay. Movement poses. Get my shoes out of the way. Up on our toes. Drop down. Up on our toes. Drop down. Up on our toes. Ooh, lost it. Up, up, up. There it is. On our toes. Okay. Extend your ground pose. Elephant. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. Flexed feet in the air. Oy. Feet. Okay. Good job. Now we will go into the sacral chakra meditation. And I'm going to start by laying down. Because I like it like that. And where are my glasses? Oh no. Can't do nothing without my glasses. There they are. All right. Whew, that was fun. Ripped through it pretty quick. Proud of us. Chakra 2, water. Change, polarities, movement, pleasure, emotions, sexuality, nurturance, and clairsentience. Opening meditation. Quietly you lie at peace, alive against the earth that is still, solid, unmoving. You are still. Yet for every ebb and flow of breath, there's movement in your body. there's change from inner to outer and outer to inner. The path between the worlds is woven through you. The path of change. As your chest rises, the breath moves through your nose, throat, and lungs. It ebbs and flows as evenly and gracefully as waves upon a shore. Back and forth, empty and full, in and out. Inside, your heart beats. Your blood pulsates. A river of life connects each and every cell within you. Blood flows outward. Blood flows in towards your center again. Your cells expand and contract, ever reproducing, dying. Wiggle a finger back and forth. Impulses of nerves run down your arms. Your breathing continues in and out. In and out. Deep in your belly, you become aware of a warm glow of orange pulsing through your pelvis, through your abdomen, through your genitals. Pulsations of orange light move in rivulets down your legs, up again through your thighs, flowing through your belly and up through your back to nourish all of you. You are alive. You are a wave of motion. Nothing within you is truly still. Nothing around you is still. Everything is constantly changing at each and every moment. Every sound, every ray of light, every breath is an oscillation, back and forth, continuously moving, swaying, flowing, a flow of constant change, changing every moment from the last. By the time you finish this meditation, both you and the world will be different. Within your body is a river of change. Find the subtle inner flow of movement and thought, moving up, down, around, and through. Find them and follow them. Allow them to gain momentum. Removing obstacles by easing any tension you may find. Exaggerate their flow with outward movements. Sway in your chair, rock back and forth, creating a rhythmic motion. Let the rhythm build up until you feel like getting up. Even with this book in your hand, get up and move around, swaying on your feet. Swaying on your feet, circling with your hips, bending your knees, always keeping the flow even and steady, remembering your roots below. You sway back and forth, up and down, in and out, expanding, yet ever returning to your core self. You move with the flow of water, sometimes slow like a great river, sometimes quickly like a spring stream, sometimes languishingly like a quiet lake, sometimes passionate like the waves of the sea. Raise an arm and imagine water flowing down through it. Feel the wet fluid run down your back and buttocks, down to your toes. Think of the water as it flows from the sky, caressing the mountains, running in rivulets into various pools. Imagine water running down you, caressing your body, running in rivulets down your pelvis and legs, down to the earth below. You are the rain, and you fall effortlessly from heaven to earth. You are many droplets as your thoughts fall from your mind in tiny movements. The tides within you grow and move. Now, let's see, where am I? Faster as they plunge downward, cascading over pentacles of earth. Then slowly as they slither serpentine across great valleys of your fertile fields, until as one you ebb and flow with the tides of the sea, pulled by the moon and the dance of dark and light. Your oceans vast and deep abound with life. Your passion reaches outward and spills onto the shore and returns again within you. You drink in all the change around you, pulling its movement through you as your life ebbs and flows in and out. You breathe. From the vast depths of ebb and flow, you reach, you touch, you find your body. Sensations flow into your hand, across your skin. Sensation known to none but you. Your hands move across curves of flesh and follows lines of movement. You sway to the sensuality of your touch. Inside you rise emotions, churning, yearning, flowing, bubbling. They reach and touch and rise, becoming movements. Waves change, the water flows within, without. You are alone, yet others are around you. They too ebb and flow and change and touch and yearn. Your movement flows to join them, desiring to unite, to merge towards something new. Your hands long to touch and pull oceans closer, to feel the flow of other tides mixing with your own. You're alone, yet others are around you. They too ebb and flow and change and touch and yearn. Your movement flows to join them, desiring to unite, to merge, to move forward towards something new. Your hands long to touch, to pull oceans closer, to feel the flow of the tides mixing with your own. Your belly heaves, your sex awakes. You thirst for touch and reach beyond yourself. You find your other, different yet the same. Exploring, you begin to merge. The movements build within you, exalting you, expressing you, caressing you. Your passion swells in ocean waves and to crash upon the shore and satisfy your needs. The waters ebb and flow, nurture, cleanse, and heal. And as they flow with each yearning, each movement, each breath, ecstatic and uniting, you merge complete within yourself and completed once again with another. You dance and rise and fall and rest. You are water, the essence of all forms, yet formless. You are the point from which each direction flows. You are the flow. You are the one that feels. You are the one that moves. You are the one that embraces the other. Shall we flow together and join our souls in this journey down the river of life? Shall we flow together to the sea? So that was fun. I always like that one, like I say every time. And now we're going to read about tantra. Tantra. Speaking of our sacral chakra and how it has to do with the water, I'm going to get a sip of water. Water. My dream catchers. Okay. Whew. Let's see here. We are on Tantra. Sexual union is an auspicious yoga which, through involving enjoyment of all sensual pleasures, gives release. It is a path to liberation. Kalara Asya. It must be remembered that the chakra system came out of Tantric philosophy. Tantrism, in reaction to the dualistic nature of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras and other aesthetic ideals, teaches the body is sacred and the senses can bring enlightenment, ecstasy, and joy. It is for this reason that Westerners often equate Tantra with sexual practice. Even though Tantric philosophy is far wider in scope and embraces a combination of many yogic and Hindu philosophies, of which sexual union is only a minor part. Among elements of Tantric philosophy is a polytheistic worship of deities. of which the union of Shiva and Shakti, mentioned earlier, are said to bring supreme bliss. Through weaving together complementary threads such as masculine and feminine, spirit and matter, light and darkness, self and others, we escape the separation of dualistic thinking and enter a more holistic philosophy. Tantra seeks to embrace rather than deny, yet still has as its goal the liberation of consciousness into supreme realization. The word Tantra comes from the Sanskrit root tan, meaning to stretch. Tantra literally means a web or loom. This Sanskrit term has also come to mean essence, underlying principle, or doctrine. The same root also appears in words for family and birth in Sanskrit, as in tanaya, to continue a family, and tanus, of body. Tantra, therefore, symbolizes the weaving of the basic underlying fabric of existence. Through stretching and reaching out, we both encounter and create this divine fabric. Shiva and Shakti, in their constant interaction as pure consciousness and its manifestations, are the divine threads. The weaving is done when we allow these divinities to work through us. The perception of duality is often considered to be a source of pain and alienation. Tantra is the sacred dance of reuniting duality, of restoring that which is separate into oneness again. The result of this is an ecstatic experience of unity with ourselves, our partners, and the universe around us. The passage of energy between the couple engaged in sexual activity is far more than an exchange between the genitals. A couple, face to face, have all their chakras aligned between them. Through the intensity of sexual excitement, each chakra vibrates more intensely, and passage of energy between one body and another is enhanced and woven together at all levels. Whether the couple then chooses to focus this energy at a physical, mental, or heart chakra level becomes a matter of mutual choice. Sexual symbology is plentiful in Indian art and mythology, and the Shiva lingam, with or without a goddess, Yoni, was fervently worshipped by the ancients. While the female was highly regarded as a sacred tool for obtaining liberation, it was the male who was the target for this enlightenment. Whether the female was considered to be enlightened already, or whether she was not considered at all, is unclear. Even today, it's generally the males who go off to join the temples and lead a spiritual life, just as it's most often the males who become the enlightened masters and spiritual teachers of these students. It is often these male gurus who prescribe celibacy and austeris for pursuit of spiritual path. Hi, Emily. I'm reading and recording. What's up?
Oh, I see.
Oh, do you see?
Hi.
What do you need, babes?
I just wanted to know if you took the Xbox, the Minecraft disc.
I don't know. I don't even know what it looks like, so I would imagine I didn't take it.
Did you borrow our Xbox for a movie?
No. Emily. It's a mystery. Maybe Penny figured it out.
Yeah. Emily. Yeah.
My nieces. Okay. Sexual symbology. Whether the female was considered to be enlightened already, or whether she was not considered at all, is unclear. Even today, it's generally the males who go off to join the temples and lead a spiritual life, just as it's most often the males who become the enlightened masters and spiritual teachers of these students. It is often these male gurus who prescribe celibacy and austerities for pursuit of a spiritual path, and teach that liberation cannot happen without an approved teacher. Sometimes, however, the woman, or tantrika, is considered the guru. Yet the goddess was considered indispensable, if not supreme, where it is said, Shakti performs all the physical needs of Shiva. The bodiless Shiva, being the nature of pure consciousness, must have the creative energy of Shakti for support. Another says, without Shakti, the lover is but a corpse. As Shiva and Shakti live within each of us, partners practicing Tantra may elect to represent one or the other. The purpose of Tantra is the same as any other aspect of yoga, to attain liberation from limited consciousness, most commonly by raising energy up the spinal column. The transcendental experience of union with another soul serves to bring one into an altered state of consciousness. In this state, entry into the higher worlds is more accessible. Most tantric practices attempt to use the force created by the arousal of sexual energy to awaken the goddess Kundalini and push her up the spine. It is not believed that the untrained can achieve this liberation. Skylar, you better not be eating that cat food. Get over here now and stop eating the damn cat food. I get tired of scolding you. Get up on the bed. I apologize. Okay. In Tantra, it is believed that, oh no, where was I? Here we go. Okay. And push her up the spine. It is not believed that the untrained can achieve this liberation without previous instruction and practice and disciplines designed to open and arouse these centers, such as meditation or yoga. Like the use of celibacy, it is only through knowledge of psychic pathways that this experience can be transcendence. Yet there are many cases of spontaneous awakenings from tantric sexuality without gurus. Whether it's the Kundalini that is triggered or merely an ecstatic state of union, tantric sexuality is a religious experience, achievable by anyone. In Tantra, it is believed that the body, both male and female, is a temple, a place of worship. This means keeping the body purified and healthy, as well as bringing it sexual pleasure. Tantrics practice yoga, asanas, postures, and breathing exercises regularly, maintain proper diet, and study the psychic pathways. It is also necessary that one's partner regard the body with the same respect, or true merging of the energies is unlikely. Correct practice of the tantric arts leads to the creation of the mystic child, a vehicle of liberation through which one may attain magical powers. Siddhis, S-I-D-D-H-I-S. This child is not a physical being, although conception of a child under these circumstances would certainly charge the fetus with the highest of our personal divine energy. The mystic child refers instead to a psychic aura body, experienced as an added energy source of a higher dimension. This body of psychic energy can then be used in particular circumstance, i.e. healing, performing some task, or self-protection. Western practice of sex magic are very similar in this regard, using deities as interpreting forces that, when combined, endow the receiver with paranormal power. Nurturance. To be tender, loving, and caring, human beings must be tenderly loved and cared for in their earliest years, from the moment they are born. Nurturance is the final summation of sexuality and a fundamental need of the body, the mind, and the soul. Nurturance means caring for, feeding with energy, love, and touch. Nurturance is the essence of maternal qualities, our first experience of blissful transcendence, of warmth and security. The simple act of touching is of extreme importance to the healthy functioning of a human organism. The simple act of touching is an extreme importance to the healthy functioning of the human organism. The skin can be considered the outer layer of the nervous system. The skin is the boundary of our bodies. Through touch, that boundary is gently broken down, permeated by another, and our whole internal system enhanced and stimulated. In laboratory studies with rats, it has been shown that small mammals will choose being touched over eating when deprived of both. When all other conditions are equal, petted rats learn faster and grow faster than those treated coldly. In humans, those treated with adequate doses of touching and mothering grow to greater emotional stability than those who are deprived. In humans, those treated with adequate doses of touching and mothering grow to greater emotional stability than those who are deprived. Without touching, the important mind-body interface may remain seriously underdeveloped. Nurturance helps control the production of hormones responsible for growth by stimulating the limbic system of the brain. This also aids in relaxation of the heart and breathing rate, controlled by the autonomic nervous system. Stimulation alone is a factor in increasing intelligence and developmental progress in infants. Pleasurable stimulation adds stability and trust to this development. It is not only infants that are profoundly affected by the touch of other living creatures. Emotional satisfaction and fulfillment, be it nurturance, pleasure, or sexual release, is generally soothing to the whole organism. The first step in learning to work with others is the mutual enhancement of our internal energy. Through these pathways, we pave the way for further growth, harmony, and peace. The simple act of touch, of reaching out to soothe, is the healing aspect of the second chakra. We are saying to another, we are here. We allow ourselves to transcend our separateness, get out of our egos, and feel the sense of connection so vital to our harmonious survival on this planet. We are saying to another, we are here. We allow ourselves to transcend our separateness, get out of our egos, and feel the sense of connection so vital to our harmonious survival on this planet. The role of the second chakra is an important one indeed. Suppression of this chakra provokes vital imbalances and inhibit rather than enhance the flow of expanding consciousness. Anyone can nurture. Everyone needs it. Like watering a thirsty plant. We respond to flow, to movement, to the dance of life and infinite pleasures and mysteries. Through this act, life is renewed and preserved. And tomorrow is Saturday, which I don't usually record. Oh, but I think I'm going, maybe I'll just read this last short page. It's Clairsentience. And then on Monday, we'll start the meditation exercises for the second chakra. And we can finish off. I'm a pattern person. My younger sister thinks I might be slightly autistic, but I think we all are. Clairsentience is the psychic sense of the second chakra. The first stirrings of higher consciousness and the development of greater sensitivity towards others. Clairsentience is the ability to sense other people's emotions, also called empathy. Like the feeling level discussed earlier, this sensing does not always become information recognized by the cognitive properties of the brain. I'll read that again. I got a little distracted by the activities upstairs. Like the feeling level discussed earlier, this sensing does not always become information recognized by the cognitive properties of the brain. Okay, got it. It is the experienced more as a subtle feeling, as if we were experiencing the feeling ourselves. Just as we can ignore some of our own emotions, many clairsentient people do not recognize the emotions they pick up from others, yet their body and ensuing actions still respond. Guilty as charged. I definitely do that. And that's where meditation has helped me so much. Because if I'm picking up on other people's emotions and reacting to them without my knowledge, then I'm not being very productive in my own life or productive of the people that I'm picking up their emotions. So if I meditate, I learn to be non-reactive. When I'm feeling something, I've now become somewhat practiced at not reacting. I can still feel it, but if I don't react, then there's no damage done. You know, it's usually emotions. We're not in danger. We're just feeling something that's very uncomfortable. It doesn't mean we're in danger. So it's important for me when I meditate, I learn to be non-reactive. And then less damage is done to myself and the people around me. It is experienced more as a subtle feeling, as if we were experiencing the feeling ourselves. Just as we can ignore some of our own emotions, many clairsentient people do not recognize the emotions they pick up from others, yet their body and ensuing actions still respond. Still, others may recognize the emotions while not understanding that the source was outside of themselves. Mothers physically tuned into their children are the most common group of clairsentients. A child may be at school away from the mother, and the mother will sense a difficulty in which the child has suddenly found him or herself. The mother may or may not consciously recognize the source of the disturbance, though it affects her nonetheless. Other people experience clairsentience by walking into a party and becoming immediately aware of the expectations and feelings of all their friends that are present. They may suddenly feel expected to act in a certain way. They may also experience abrupt mood changes as they involuntarily take the moods of one friend or another. Often these people have an aversion to crowds and to avoid parties. I forget which friend I was having this discussion with, but I remember having it. That's probably also the reason that when I went to parties and stuff, when I was younger, I drank a lot or did, drugs or whatever, because I didn't understand at that age that I was feeling the emotions of everybody there. And so to numb myself and self-medicate so that I didn't have to feel those things, because I certainly didn't know how to do it, because I grew up in a chaotic home environment myself with parents who didn't know how to emotionally self-regulate. And I'm pretty sure that both of my parents were clairsentient as well. So it made for a very difficult growing up experience, although it was full of passion. And I am who I am today because of my amazing yet unskilled parents. Most people are clairsentient to some degree. The phenomenon usually occurs more strongly in people who have proclivity for clairvoyance or telepathy, characteristics of the upper chakras. If the upper chakras are often open enough to be conscious of the psychism, the clairsentient is often unpleasantly influenced. Their attention is constantly whisked outside of their central column, and others' difficulties speak more loudly than their own voices. A confusion about the self ensues, especially confusion about the motivation for one's actions. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't really want to do this. I feel so depressed since talking to Sally, and I don't know why. Oh, that's happened to me so many times. These feelings can often be the result of someone else's moods or wishes. Clairsentience is a valuable source of information and helpful in the development of psychism. With conscious attention, it is an aid rather than a detriment. Many people get physically bombarded by the unconscious broadcasting of surrounding difficulties. For these people, grounding is of utmost importance, for it brings our attention to the central line of our body, helping us sort out whose energy is whose. Recognition of this phenomenon is the next step. Knowing the difference between your own and another's emotional needs helps to consciously tune out on unwanted broadcasts. Many clairsentients feel compelled to respond to the needs they physically pick up from others, and with recognition, this can become a choice rather than a duty. I like that. It's what I'm working on in my own personal life. Many clairsentients feel compelled to respond to the needs they physically pick up on from others, and recognizing that. I can make a choice whether I want to assist or not, rather than feel like it's a duty, because I'm not recognizing it's someone else's need and not my own. Awareness of the other should be balanced by awareness of the self. All right? Without self-awareness, you can't move very far in life. The two should never be without a good dose of common sense. Only we, from inside ourselves, can judge. Okay, so Monday we'll start with the Chakra 2 exercises. I love you guys. Namaste.